Do you ever find yourself wide awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, watching the minutes tick by, wondering why on earth your body decided it was morning already? That feeling of frustration, of tossing and turning, knowing you should be asleep but simply can't be, is a painful reality for so many of us as we get a little older. It's exhausting, isn't it? That lingering tiredness throughout the day, the brain fog, the feeling like you're running on empty, it chips away at your energy, your mood, and your ability to enjoy life to the fullest. You might have accepted it as just part of getting older. But I'm here to share a surprising truth with you. Waking up consistently at 3 a.m. isn't an inevitable part of aging, and it's certainly not something you have to live with. There are specific, understandable reasons why this happens. And more importantly, there are very practical, gentle steps you can take to reclaim your peaceful nights. In this video, we're going to uncover some common culprits behind those early morning wake-up calls and explore a few simple yet powerful habits that can truly transform your sleep. Stick with me, because if you watch to the very end, I've got something truly surprising that might just change how you think about your sleep struggles entirely. Let's begin by tackling what's often the biggest culprit behind those frustrating early morning wake-up calls: our body's internal clock, also known as our circadian rhythm. You see, as we age, our internal clock becomes a little less robust, a little less sensitive to the cues that tell it when to be awake and when to be asleep. Think of it like a finely tuned orchestra that needs its conductor, the light and dark signals, to keep everyone in sync. If the conductor isn't as clear, the musicians can start playing at the wrong times. For many of us over 60, our bodies start producing less melatonin, that wonderful sleep hormone, and we become less sensitive to the morning light that tells our body, okay, it's time to be alert. This often results in what's called advanced sleep phase syndrome, which basically means your body wants to go to sleep earlier and wake up earlier, sometimes much earlier than you'd like, leading to that dreaded 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling routine. So, how do we gently recalibrate this internal clock? It's simpler than you might think, and it largely revolves around light exposure. The most powerful way to set your internal clock is with bright light, particularly in the morning. I'm not talking about your indoor lamp. I mean real, natural outdoor light. Even on a cloudy day, outdoor light is significantly brighter than anything indoors. So, first things first, make it a habit to get outside for at least 20 to 30 minutes within the first hour of waking up. This could be enjoying your morning cup of tea on the patio, taking a gentle stroll around the block, or simply sitting near a bright window with a view of the sky. This morning light sends a powerful signal to your brain. It's daytime. Time to be awake and alert. This helps push back your sleep timing, making it easier to stay asleep later into the morning. Consistency is key here. Your body loves routine, and the more regularly you expose it to morning light, the better it learns to regulate itself. Along with getting that morning light, another crucial part of managing your circadian rhythm is maintaining a consistent wake-up time. Even on weekends. I know. The temptation to catch up on sleep can be strong, but sleeping in, even for just an hour or two, can actually throw your internal clock off balance, making it harder to fall asleep the next night and potentially triggering that early morning wake-up again. Aim for the same wake-up time every day, 7 days a week. Your body will thank you for the predictability. Now, while morning light is your friend, bright light in the evening, especially from screens, is your enemy. The blue light emitted from phones, tablets, computers, and even some TVs can suppress melatonin production and trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime. It's like trying to get your orchestra to quiet down when the conductor is still waving their arms frantically. Try to wind down your screen time at least an hour, preferably 2, before you plan to go to bed. Instead, pick up a book, listen to some calming music, or have a quiet chat with a loved one. Simple swaps like this can make a world of difference in allowing your body to naturally prepare for sleep. With these adjustments to your daily rhythm and evening habits, you're already laying a strong foundation for better sleep. But there's more we can do to create the perfect haven for rest and avoid those other subtle triggers that might be pulling you out of slumber too soon. So, You're getting your morning light, keeping a consistent schedule, and dimming those screens in the evening. Brilliant. But sometimes, what we consume and do in the hours before bed can quietly sabotage our sleep, even without us realizing it. Let's talk about building an evening routine that truly supports a restful night. One where those early morning wake-ups become a distant memory. First up, let's address everyone's favorite pick-me-up caffeine. We often think of caffeine as just a morning boost, but its effects can linger in your system for hours. For many seniors, caffeine can take even longer to metabolize. That afternoon cup of tea, or even a small piece of chocolate, could be the reason you're waking up at 3 a.m. While it might not stop you from falling asleep, it can make your sleep lighter and more fragmented, meaning you're more likely to stir and fully wake up in the early hours. My advice: try to cut off all caffeine intake by noon, or at the very latest, early afternoon. This includes coffee, black tea, green tea, energy drinks, and even some sodas. You might be surprised at the difference this one change can make. Next, let's talk about alcohol. Many people believe a nightcap helps them sleep. And yes, it might make you feel drowsy initially, helping you drift off. But here's the catch: as your body processes the alcohol later in the night, it actually disrupts your sleep cycle. Alcohol suppresses REM sleep, which is the most restorative and dream-filled stage of sleep. It also acts as a diuretic, meaning it makes you need to use the bathroom more often, leading us nicely into another common reason for those early morning trips to the loo. So, if you're looking for truly restorative sleep, try to avoid alcohol in the hours leading up to bedtime. And while we're on the subject of what goes into our bodies, consider your evening meal. A heavy, rich, spicy, or very sugary meal too close to bedtime can put your digestive system into overdrive when it should be winding down. Your body is busy trying to break down that food, which can lead to discomfort, heartburn, and an elevated core body temperature, all of which are terrible for sleep. Aim to finish your last substantial meal at least 2 to 3 hours before you plan to go to bed. If you need a little something before bed, opt for a light, easily digestible snack, like a small banana, a few nuts, or a piece of whole grain toast. These provide a gentle boost without taxing your system. Think of your digestive system needing its own quiet time before bed, just like your brain does. With these adjustments to your daily rhythm and evening habits, you're already laying a strong foundation. But there's even more we can do to create the perfect haven for rest and truly calm your body and mind for uninterrupted sleep. It's all about creating an environment and lifestyle that whispers sleep rather than screaming, "Wake up." Now that we've discussed how important it is to manage your internal clock and fine-tune your evening habits, let's dive into making your sleeping space a true sanctuary. You see, your bedroom isn't just another room in the house. It should be a quiet, cool, and dark haven specifically designed for sleep. Think of it as your personal sleep cave, a place where every element works together to promote deep rest. First, darkness is paramount. Even small amounts of light, like the glow from an alarm clock, a charger light, or light seeping in from street lights, can interfere with your body's melatonin production and make your sleep lighter. Consider investing in blackout curtains or blinds that truly block out all external light. If that's not possible, a comfortable eye mask can be incredibly effective. Make sure to turn off all screens and dim any light sources in your room before you start your wind-down routine. The goal is complete darkness. Next, let's talk about temperature. Most people sleep best in a cool environment, typically between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. A cooler room signals to your body that it's time to sleep, as our core body temperature naturally drops as we drift off. If your room is too warm, your body will struggle to cool down, leading to restlessness and frequent waking. Experiment to find your ideal temperature. This might mean adjusting your thermostat, using a fan, or choosing lighter bedding. Adequate ventilation is also important. Fresh air can make a big difference. Then there's quiet. Unexpected noises can easily jolt you awake, especially in the early hours when your sleep might be lighter. If you live in a noisy area, or have a partner who snores, consider using earplugs or a white noise machine. White noise, or even gentle nature sounds, can mask sudden noises and create a consistent, soothing background that helps you stay asleep. And of course, your bed itself matters. Your mattress and pillows should be comfortable and supportive. If you're waking up with aches and pains, it might be time to consider if your bedding is still serving you well. Your bedroom should also primarily be for sleep and intimacy, not for watching TV, working, or having heated discussions. By associating your bedroom almost exclusively with rest, you strengthen the mental connection between the space and sleep. Now, while creating a perfect sleep environment is key, let's address another very common reason seniors wake up early: that inevitable trip to the bathroom. Waking up to use the restroom, often called nocturia, can feel like a rude interruption to a perfectly good night's sleep. But a few simple shifts in your habits can make a world of difference. One of the easiest adjustments is to be mindful of your fluid intake in the evening. While staying hydrated throughout the day is crucial for your health, try to significantly reduce your fluid consumption 2 to 3 hours before your bedtime. This includes water, tea, and any other beverages. Some people find that elevating their legs for a short period in the evening can help reduce fluid retention in the lower body, which might otherwise get processed by the kidneys when you lie down. Also, if you are taking diuretics, often prescribed for blood pressure or heart conditions, discuss with your doctor whether the timing of your dose could be adjusted to earlier in the day, so the medication's effect wears off before you're trying to sleep. And remember those bladder irritants we talked about earlier? Caffeine and alcohol can also increase your need to urinate, so avoiding them in the evening serves a double purpose for better sleep. Finally, let's talk about gentle movement and daytime activity. It might sound counterintuitive, but using your body during the day actually helps your mind and body crave rest at night. Our bodies are designed to move, and being physically active can significantly improve sleep quality. Regular, moderate activity like walking, gardening, swimming, or gentle yoga can help you fall asleep faster, sleep more deeply, and reduce the number of times you wake up. The key here is moderate and during the day. Avoid vigorous exercise too close to bedtime, ideally within 3 or 4 hours of when you plan to sleep, as it can be stimulating and raise your body temperature, making it harder to drift off. The goal is to feel pleasantly tired by the end of the day, not exhausted or in pain. Even a 30-minute brisk walk can work wonders for your sleep. Now, while these physical and environmental adjustments are crucial, sometimes the biggest hurdle to a good night's sleep lies within our own minds. Let's talk about how to calm that chatter that often arises in the quiet of the night, leading to those frustrating early morning wake-up calls. Our minds can be wonderful things, but they can also be our worst enemy when it comes to sleep. Anxiety, worry, and overthinking are major sleep disruptors, especially in the quiet hours of the early morning when the world is still and your thoughts seem to amplify. If you often find yourself wide awake at 3 a.m. with a racing mind, replaying the day's events or worrying about tomorrow, then this next step is for you. One effective strategy is what I call a worry dump. Before you even get into bed, take a few minutes to write down any thoughts, concerns, or tasks that are weighing on your mind. Just get them out of your head and onto paper. This simple act can create a sense of release, telling your brain, "Okay, I've acknowledged these. Now I can let them go for the night." Beyond that, cultivating a sense of calm and relaxation before bed is paramount. Gentle relaxation techniques like deep breathing or progressive muscle relaxation can work wonders. You can find many guided exercises online or on apps that walk you through tensing and relaxing different muscle groups, or simply focusing on slow, deep breaths. This not only calms your body, but also distracts your mind from anxious thoughts. A short, gentle meditation, perhaps focusing on gratitude, can also shift your mindset from worry to peace. Simply thinking of 3 things you're grateful for before you close your eyes can create a positive mental space for sleep. And here's a crucial point. If you do wake up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep after about 15 or 20 minutes, don't lie there getting frustrated. That just trains your brain to associate your bed with wakefulness and anxiety. Instead, gently get out of bed and go to another room. Do something quiet and non-stimulating in dim light. read a dull book, listen to calming music, or do some gentle stretching. Avoid looking at the clock. Avoid screens. And avoid anything that might perk you up. When you start to feel genuinely sleepy again, then return to bed. This helps your brain reassociate your bed with sleep, not wakefulness. Here's the often overlooked, surprising piece of the puzzle sometimes. Despite doing all the right things, your sleep still struggles, and those 3 a.m. wake-up calls persist. And that's okay, because it means there might be something else at play, something a medical professional can help you uncover. This is where the surprise element comes in. While lifestyle adjustments are incredibly powerful, some sleep issues have underlying medical causes that need professional attention. For instance, conditions like sleep apnea, where breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep, can cause frequent awakenings you might not even remember. Symptoms often include loud snoring, gasping for air, or feeling tired even after a full night's sleep. Another common culprit is restless leg syndrome, an uncomfortable urge to move your legs, often accompanied by unpleasant sensations, which can make it incredibly difficult to fall or stay asleep. Chronic pain from conditions like arthritis can also be a major disruptor, pulling you out of sleep repeatedly. Even some common medications, particularly those for blood pressure, allergies, or depression, can have sleep disturbances as a side effect. If you've tried many of these practical tips and still find yourself wide awake at 3 a.m. most nights, please have a conversation with your doctor. They can review your medications, assess you for underlying sleep disorders, and even refer you to a sleep specialist if needed. Sometimes, the solution is as simple as adjusting a medication schedule, or it might involve a sleep study to diagnose and treat a condition like sleep apnea. This isn't about giving up. It's about being proactive and recognizing that seeking professional help is a powerful step towards regaining your restful nights. So, to briefly bring it all together, we've talked about gently realigning your body's internal clock by embracing morning light and maintaining a consistent schedule, along with carefully winding down your evenings by being mindful of caffeine, alcohol, and heavy meals. We explored how transforming your bedroom into a dark, cool, and quiet sanctuary can create the perfect environment for rest. We looked at smart strategies for managing those inevitable bathroom trips in the night. And we covered the importance of gentle daytime movement and how to calm a restless mind with simple relaxation techniques and by reframing how you approach those middle-of-the-night awakenings. Most importantly, we highlighted that sometimes the true solution lies with professional medical advice. Remember, you don't have to tackle all of these at once. Pick 1 or 2 habits that resonate most with you, give them a consistent try, and slowly build on your success. Small changes, done consistently, truly do make a huge difference to your health and happiness. You deserve to wake up feeling refreshed and ready to embrace each beautiful day. Have you found certain tricks that help you sleep through the night? Or maybe you've discovered a reason for your early waking that we didn't cover. Share your experiences and wisdom in the comments below. Your insights could help someone else in our wonderful community who's also struggling with those early morning wake-up calls. If this video has given you some helpful ideas for a better night's sleep, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more people who need this information. And if you want more practical advice to live your healthiest, happiest life at any age, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Here's to many more nights of peaceful, uninterrupted sleep, waking up refreshed and ready to embrace each beautiful day. Remember, you deserve to live your best life at every age. And that starts with great sleep. Sweet dreams. And I'll see you next time.